Hey you guys, all right. Let's get into supporting wellness with essential oils. I know it's late. I don't know if anyone's around to join on live, but that's okay because you guys can watch the replay and it's totally fine, okay? So what I'm gonna do in this little live stream class is go through relatively quickly what is an essential oil, why doTERRA, a little bit about my favorite oils to use, and I'm actually going to drop a video into this group that kind of goes through some other different oils. Hey Desiree. So yeah, as we go through it, definitely comment along and let me know how you use these oils or things like that. So basically, if you're new here or I don't really know you that well, you might not know my story. Basically, I started using essential oils, specifically doTERRA. I've been using oils for years, but I didn't really know the difference. I didn't know that there was actually a quality difference. If I wanted therapeutic benefits, like actually using them for healthcare, I needed to have the highest quality essential oils, right? I needed to have real essential oils because the majority of the oils on the market are actually adulterated or synthetic. So you're literally not getting the therapeutic benefit at all. Okay, so that's a little bit why I started. I was literally looking for safe, natural, and effective healthcare for my baby. He's now 4, okay? And I was also looking for a way to support myself and him financially from home and work on my own schedule. So that also filled in that area as well, okay? So what is an essential oil? Okay, so basically they are like volatile compounds from all different types of plants, bark, flowers, you name it, okay? They're steam distilled. The majority is steam distilled to create a pure essential oil. There's nothing added, nothing taken away, okay? They're like the plants, basically like the plant's essence or immune system, if you want to call it that. Some of them are steam distilled. Most of them are steam distilled. Some of them are cold pressed, like the citrus oils are cold pressed from the rind of the fruit. So that's really cool because it actually isn't acidic. It's actually totally safe for the enamel in your teeth when you're drinking the citrus oils. So that's really sweet too. So why doTERRA? A little bit of like, we didn't really cover it in this week's event. And you guys, this week has been kind of chaotic. I've had my daughter's been sick all week, and now my son, you might be able to hear him coughing, but he's got a little bit of a thing going on and we're just like busy as busy. Okay, so sorry I've been a little bit MIA in this group for sure, but the good news is that I have a pretty big online presence over on Instagram and Facebook, and you can totally connect in wherever and whenever you want. YouTube as well. And I have another event starting next week that is completely different than this, and it's totally open to you guys if you guys want to join as well. Hey Katie. Okay, so yeah, this week has been a little bit chaotic, but I promise that there's more education and there's more opportunities to learn. And if you're not ready, you feel like you want more education before you're like, yeah, I want these oils, that's totally awesome. Okay, so there's lots of education. All right, so why doTERRA? Like I said, I was looking for like the best oils, the highest quality oils, ones that I could actually like trust and know what is in them. So one reason I love doTERRA is their quality reports. So you can actually take the batch number from your bottles and you can go to a website called source2u.com and you can type in the batch number. Okay, you can pull up the quality reports for every oil, and that is unheard of in the essential oil world. That whole website's really cool. So they also have something called co-impact sourcing. So this is really powerful because there's a lot of exploited labor going on, right? And when we buy our essential oils from maybe a local shop per se, we're supporting that local shop owner, but where is she getting her oils, right? They're getting them from a third party who is most likely some sort of a broker that buys them in wholesale, like in massive quantities from the growers, right? So maybe we don't know what they're buying them from the growers at, right? And more times than not, it's not fair wages, right? And then the broker can actually choose to sell them off at whatever price he wants, right? So with doTERRA, it's literally like they're working alongside these farmers and growers in partnerships. They don't own their own farms, they work in partnerships so that these people can be best supported, paid on time, fair wages. They can be educated into how to sustainably source their crops. They can be offered micro lending through dōTERRA so that they can actually get ahead and build a bigger farm or a bigger whatever they want, right? Like a little bit of a bigger house for their family, instead of like always trying to struggle to get ahead. There's so many different awesome things within this sourcing model. They're incredible. And so when we're using these oils in our home, we're actually benefiting us, yes, but we're also benefiting everyone along the way, right? So they come directly from the farmers, the growers, the producers to dōTERRA, and then dōTERRA to us. And then they're sold through people like myself who are called wellness advocates, where we literally want to help people find safe, natural, and effective healthcare for their families, right? Yeah, the co-impact sourcing is phenomenal. Like, it's so cool, and I can't wait to actually go to the farms and see it and take part, right? There's always opportunities for us to go there and actually do some work with them. And there's Healing Hands. The Healing Hands Foundation is one of the many nonprofit organizations that they fund. This one is completely funded by dōTERRA, Healing Hands, and this is like, it's amazing. So if you do a quick Google search, Healing Hands dōTERRA, it's pretty cool. So it's a little bit about dōTERRA. They are sourced all over the world in over 40 different countries. The majority are impoverished countries. And for example, they source pink pepper in Africa. So they'll take a look at the country and be like, where else, like what else grows well here that we can source here so we can further help this country, right? Help this country to thrive, contribute to their economy in a big, huge way, right? And wherever they source, they have Healing Hands projects and building schools, like earthquake sound buildings and all types of things, right? So it's pretty cool. It's kind of crazy because the essential oil industry is like completely unregulated. So something like this needed to happen in order to, like, nobody's holding them accountable to what's in their bottles, right? They can put whatever they want in there and still put 100% pure, which is kind of like, that's what we need to realize, that if we are ingesting our oils, if we're using them on our kids, if we're bringing them into our homes and hoping to cut down on our toxic load and things like that, we really need to understand, like, some, like, other oils could potentially, you know, do your own research for sure. You can find that out. If you can't find where they're sourced, or if they're third-party tested, or things like that, if you can't find exactly what's in their bottles, then it's not transparent enough for sure. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how to use essential oils, how to use these oils. So there's 3 ways to use your essential dōTERRA essential oils. If you have peppermint, dōTERRA's peppermint, this is an amazing thing to do. You'd put a drop in your hands. If we were in person, this is what we would do. Rub your hands together and cup it over your mouth and nose, and this is like your own little personal diffuser. So take some deep breaths. This is a great way to clear the airways. 1 drop of peppermint is how many cups of tea? Whoever knows, Desiree knows. Drop it in the comments. How many cups of your conventional peppermint tea is 1 drop equivalent to? You guys can guess. So 1 drop of peppermint, what can we do with it? You guys that use oils, comment below. I'll probably say them as we go through because there's a bit of a lag here, but 1 drop of peppermint. Yeah, 30, right? You're right. Desiree's got it. So peppermint is great for cooling down the body. My little guy has a cough, and he has a little bit of a fever. So fever is obviously good. It's the body's natural immune system working, right? But that's why I was a little bit late, as I was doing this oil protocol on him that ends with peppermint. So peppermint actually drives oils in deeper when you layer them, which is really cool. And it also cools down the body, and it's in a big way. So peppermint cools down the body. In the summer, I make like a little mist. Yeah, totally. That's funny. So I can make a mist. I can make peppermint and spiders. Spiders don't like peppermint, so you can make like a spider spray. You can use it for digestive issues. You can take a drop underneath your tongue. You can make peppermint tea. You can use it on sore muscles. You can use it on headaches. There's so many things that you can use your peppermint for. And 1 drop of peppermint is about 6 cents. Okay, so that's crazy, right? So super cost effective. When you think of a bottle like this, there's about 250 drops in here. So that's pretty sweet, and so many things that you can literally say goodbye to in your home and bring in 1 bottle of peppermint in its place that doesn't expire as long as it's kept, you know, relatively cool and out of direct sunlight. So that's pretty sweet, because what do you currently use for sore muscles? What do you currently use for sore tummies, right? There's these things that we're buying from kind of everywhere that might expire too. Some things we buy and we use them one time because we needed them, and then next year when you have that same issue going on, it's expired, you need to buy a new one, right? So this is cool because we can have peppermint and it totally does like a bajillion things in one go. Okay, it's also nice and energizing. I can feel it on my temples. It's cooling. It's good for focus. Okay, so that's awesome. The first way we use our oils, like I was talking about, aromatically, fastest way to experience an essential oil, take the lid off and smell it. Maybe you put a drop in your hand, inhale it. It's the fastest way to experience it. As soon as you take the lid off, you can smell it, right? Because they're volatile compounds, meaning they evaporate into the air. So doing that, smelling it, they bind with little receptors, little tiny molecules bind to receptors in here, and then are carried to the limbic brain, which is like the place. If you Google limbic brain, you'll know that like that part of our brain regulates pretty much every bodily function, like hormones, mood, hunger, thirst, you name it. It's directly triggers that part of our brain. Okay, so it's great for shifting your mood, shifting your energy, hunger, and cravings and things like that. So many different things. So it's really cool. Aromatic use, diffusing. I really like this diffuser. It's called the petal diffuser, and diffusing in like an open space, I love it because it benefits everyone who's in the space, right? When you're diffusing something like On Guard, for example, this is a protective blend. This is going to, you know, clean the air and sanitize anything it drops on. And it's actually going to support everyone's immune system who inhales it as well. So that's pretty sweet. Aromatic use is great for the respiratory system, great for supporting the immune system, among other things, right? So second way we use them is topically. You know, if you have a sore muscle, you apply there. Have a bellyache, you can apply there topically. It's a good idea to dilute your oils for a couple reasons. One is to lessen your chance of sensitivity, right? We always dilute with kids, maybe when you're pregnant. We always dilute with people with super sensitive skin and super old people. But otherwise, with that peppermint, I didn't dilute, right? So totally fine, it's your preference. If you're using something like a hot oil, like On Guard has a cinnamon and clove in there, you're going to want to dilute it a little bit. I tend to use a coconut oil, specifically a liquid one, so it's called fractionated coconut oil, and it stays liquid, isn't that greasy, doesn't have a smell, is super like neutral oil. Okay, so topical use it on localized benefits, and dilute as necessary. Okay, side note, all of this education comes with your oils, okay? So don't feel like you're overwhelmed. If you're interested in getting some oils through me, it's like you get your oils, we sit down and we go through them and talk about how you're gonna dilute and how you're gonna put them to use in your daily life, okay? So it's not just like you're buying oils from a shop and you're going home. That's not what we're talking about here. It's actually my job to show you how to use them and tie you into free resources and all the education that you need to use your oils, okay? Okay, so third way we use doTERRA oils is internally, so we can ingest these oils. I absolutely love drinking my citrus in my water. So any of the citrus, doTERRA citrus, you can drink in your water, 1 to 2 drops. In a glass is all you need. It's not gonna wreck the enamel on your teeth, so that's really awesome. Comes from the rind of the fruit, so you can use it in any cooking. That's pretty sweet as well. So anything that calls for like lemon zest or orange or lime or grapefruit, you name it, I've got those. The benefits of doing that, of drinking it like that in your water, it's great for the metabolism, so balancing the metabolism. If you have an overactive metabolism, for example, the oils work with the body to bring the body back to balance. Okay, so that might not make a lot of sense, but that's what they do. Okay, they're not a forced approach. So say, this is kind of, I use this example, I need to find a better one, but so say you needed to go to the pharmacy to get a medication to help you go to the bathroom because you're constipated, okay? You need to get that direct medication for that problem, okay? So say you had the opposite problem and you couldn't stop going to the bathroom. You need to go to the pharmacy to go get a different type of drug to help you to stop, right? With the oils, all of that is taken care of with one oil because they have a modulating effect in the body. They're adaptogenic in a way, so they work with the body. They know what the body needs. You don't need to know, right? They know that they're just trying to bring the body back to balance. So it doesn't really make sense. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but the point is that if you have an overactive metabolism and you're like, I'm not drinking citrus oils because they're gonna speed up my metabolism, that's not true. They're actually gonna bring it back to balance. So that's really sweet. Same as like something like an autoimmune disease where your immune system is literally attacking your body. Yes, you can still use On Guard because On Guard's gonna try to bring it back to balance instead of like thinking that it's boosting your immune system so it further attacks your body. That's not gonna happen. That's really cool, right? So anyway, internal usage. Some oils taste fantastic. The citrus oils are freaking awesome. Make you drink a ton more water. It's great for the lymphatic system. It's great for releasing toxins from the body because it breaks down petrochemicals and built up plastics and things like that. So cool. So you can drink them directly in your water, but some of them taste nasty. So oregano oil, if you are familiar with oil of oregano, this is straight up oregano, right? Oil of oregano is often like more than 80% olive oil or like a carrier oil in there, and you can read that right on your bottle, okay? If you were to put this underneath your tongue, not a good time, not a good time. So I had a plantar's wart on the bottom of my foot and I burnt it off with this oil. So that's how hot it is. Okay, so for oils like this, you're gonna wanna use the veggie capsule. So it's like a little vegetable capsule that you can open up, put your oils in and click it shut, and it kind of creates like your own little pill per se, okay? So why would you want to do that? I have a bunch of different blends that I use internally in my little capsule. Examples are like a morphine bomb. It's like an extreme like painkiller. There's like anti-inflammatory blends you can do. One that I love, you can do the digestive in a capsule too if you don't love licorice, because this one's actually ingestible too, Zengest. So this is like I talked about before, this is your everything tummy. If you don't like the taste of licorice, you can put it in a capsule. So there's this one blend called the Flu Bomb. Let me tell you about it. It's literally saved my life a bajillion times and will do so for forevermore, because this is like my first defense if I have something going on, like I'm like getting a foggy head, maybe, you know what I mean, it's like you're pre-sick. That's when you can catch it. You whip out the Flu Bomb, put it in a capsule, and you take it just like you would an antibiotic in some sense, like every 2 to 4 hours with food, and like more times than like not, like it almost always catches it, right? So this is really cool. So what it is it's a blend of, so what I do in a veggie capsule, I put 1 drop of frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, and tea tree in a veggie capsule, click it shut, and swallow it with food. And it's literally like game changer. Okay, so if ever you're feeling like you might be getting sick, do it. You can do it preventatively like that, totally. You can use it if you've been around someone who's super sick. Maybe it's like cold and flu season and you just want that super immune boost once a day. That's totally fine. So I will say that oregano is not meant to be taken, this oregano, it's not meant to be taken consistently preventatively, if that makes sense. On Guard, on the other hand, is one that you're gonna wanna, you can use every single day. Cold and flu season, actually every single day of the year, we use this preventatively. So I've got it in rollers around my house for my kids. My kids are 2 and 4, and they know how to use their oils, right? They sit down before they get their shoes on, they roll their healthy roller on the bottoms of their feet, put their socks on, and it's like, that's empowered wellness, right? So On Guard you can use every single day to support your body's natural immune system. which is really sweet, okay? So that's internal usage. Basically, there is so much more we can talk about. I pretty much covered everything I want to talk about except deep blue is sore muscles. I should have talked about that at the topical use, but it smells like, it's so sweet. So it's not internal use. It has like a child lock thing on there, but it clearly states it on the bottle too, but this is anything sore muscles. Okay, and then one more is the Easy Air, which is the respiratory blend, which I don't even know where it is. It's probably out there somewhere. Oh no, here's one. Easy Air is a respiratory blend. So this is like anything at all congestion and respiratory, okay? In the diffuser, you can replace Vicks Vapor Rub with this. You can make your own in a little like hard base of coconut oil or something like that. Easy Air is amazing, okay? So those 10 oils, we basically covered 10 oils there, are the fundamentals of the, like whatever you want to call it, the wellness lifestyle, empowered wellness in your home. Like those 10 oils can literally like take care of over 80% of your healthcare needs. So that's really sweet. And most people, when they get started with doTERRA, they start with those 10 oils. Okay, there's varying sizes. There's a 5 ml, which is this size, and there is a 15 ml package. Okay, I will post the packages in this group in a little thread, just in case any of you are interested in getting started with some oils. This is 5 ml, this is 15, so there's two different packages. One is the Home Essentials. This is the most popular. It's a 15 ml, and it also comes with the diffuser I told you about. And then there's also another package which is a bit smaller than that, super duper budget friendly, you guys. 10 oils for, I think it's $185. And then both of those packages get you your membership for free. Basically what a membership is like a healthy Costco card, your own online health food shop that you can order from at any time. There's no commitment to purchasing monthly, although they have a freaking awesome reward system that you can utilize if you want to, where you can earn points and get all your shipping costs back and things like that, and earn free things. And there's no commitment to build a business. There's no commitment to order monthly, like I said. It's literally like your own little login ordering thing where you get 25% off a retail price. You get all the education you need with your oils. We go through a wellness consult when your oils come, all the things, okay? I absolutely love helping people get these oils into their home because I really truly believe that these are game-changing little bottles, okay? So as a mom especially, I'm like, I don't even know what I did without oils, okay? Even though you might be thinking like, oh, I'm super healthy, I'm totally fine. That's how I was too, and I totally am super healthy. But these are just that extra thing that when something does come up, like a tummy ache, we have a simple solution. When somebody's coughing, we've got a simple solution, right? So anyway, you guys, hopefully this has been kind of interesting this week. Sorry it was so chaotic. We have, like I said, we have another event starting on Monday. It's called an oil experience, and it's a little bit different than this for sure. There's going to be more of my team taking part, and it's going to be quite a big event. So if you want to join, if you're like, I'm really interested in the oils, but I'm not really ready to get started yet, totally fine. You can let me know if you want to join into that. I will post the starter packages because I have an awesome promotion happening right now where you get remember when I talked about the foundational wellness with the vitamins? You get the vitamins for free when you start with a starter package this month, and a qualifying order next month, you get the vitamins from doTERRA for free. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, so have an awesome night, you guys, and I will close up tonight/tomorrow. I'm prepping for a craft fair tonight and I am not ready at all. So I'm gonna see how we go. Okay, so thank you guys for being here, and I look forward to welcoming some of you into our oil community, but also just getting to know you a little bit more. If you want to join into more events, you're totally welcome to. Okay, have an awesome night, you guys. Bye.